Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Rieselbach. I'm a 5th degree black belt and I'm senior instructor of the Taekwondo program through the rec department at Riverside High School. I've been teaching there for about 21 years. Today we're going to do Intro to Taekwondo. What we're going to do today is teach you some basics, including the Korean commands and how to get started in Taekwondo. We're going to work on 3 techniques today. The first will be punches, the second will be high block, and the third will be a front kick, which then we will put all 3 together into a combination. So let's get started. First we're going to bow in. So chariot is the command for bow. Kinye is to bow. And then junbi. And I should say chariot is the command for attention. Kinye is the command for bow. So we'll try it again. Chariot, kinye, and junbi. We're going to take our left hand up, our right hand up, move to the left and down to the side. So we'll start with some warm-ups. Our first warm-up, we're going to start with some arm circles. So we'll do some arm circle forward. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Crossing over and under. 8, 9, 10. Alternating sides as you go. We'll go back to our circles. Now we'll go forward, smaller, faster, and backwards. And then big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From there, we want to make sure we get our neck. So we're going to start with side to side. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, side to side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then let it roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From there, we have to work our hips. So we like to do what we call the Taekwondo hula. So we're going to just bring it around one direction 5 times. 4, 5, and then the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll be working legs, so we want to warm them up. So we'll come up and down with some squats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then, of course, some knee ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then everybody at home, I want you to do some jumping jacks. We'll do 10 jumping jacks. If you can't do jumping jacks because you have some issues, orthopedic, or you just can't do them for any reason, just step out to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At my Taekwondo club, we have a few people who just have some knee and back issues or foot issues and they can't jump. So that's what we're working on today, is just keeping this kind of little low level. So now stretching. Stretching is very important. So bring one arm across, grab, and pull in. And we'll hold that for about 10 seconds or so. Stretching is very important when you're working out. Always do a real light stretch in the beginning when you are just loosening up, and then you can stretch after more for increasing your endurance with your stretching and getting your flexibility going. And then bring those hands out like so. All right, bring one arm up and over. Very important for our high block. Stretch out that whole side and the other side. Then for our feet, we'll come into what we call the runner stretch. switch feet. And then we'll come up on one heel. So we'll just lean in, keep your back leg a little bit bent, front leg is straight, back straight, lean forward. The other side. And then put them nice and wide apart, and we'll lean to one side and lean to the other side. All right, great. So we're warmed up, we're stretched out a little bit. So keep loosening up, stay nice and loose. All right, so the first technique we're going to work on are our punches. So what we want to do is go into what we call a middle stance. I'll back up so you can see my feet. I have two shoulder lengths apart. My knees are bent down. I'm going to move closer so you can see my hands a little better. And we're going to pull our hands in to the side. Now, if you're a brand new Taekwondo student, you'll follow along with me. If you've taken Taekwondo before, or you're one of my continuing students who is just following along with us, I want you to do double or triple the techniques that we're doing. So we're going to start here and bring our hands out and double punch. So if you notice, my hands come out and they're going to rotate as they punch. From the side, they come out and rotate like so. So we're going to do 10 double punches towards the front. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice the rotation as I come, so we get our action here. We're hitting with our first two knuckles of our hand, so we want to make sure that we rotate out and get those hands out. So that is a double punch. Now we're going to stick out our right hand and tuck the left hand up. For the little kids, the 3 to 5-year-olds, I tell them to park their hand in their garage, so they pull it back nice and tight. So it's like you're going to elbow the person behind you. For our adults, we call it reaction force. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So the harder I pull back, the stronger my punch going out will be. Pull back and punch, like so. So these are what we call middle punches. All right, so with our middle punch also, for the adults, we want to keep it high and back, so I just say rechamber your hands. So we're going to stick our hand out and we're going to double, single punch. Now, that was a ki-op. Ki-op is a yell. So we want to yell like that when we make our techniques as a signal that we're done. Also to make sure that we're breathing properly. So ready? Now sit down deep in those middle stances as well. Toes pointing forward. And all right. Now out there I want you to do 10 on your own. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, great job. So now what we're going to move into is front stance. That stance, I'll move back so you can see it. You're going to bend your front knee, toes pointing forward, back leg straight. From the side, it would look like so from one side, and from the other side. Okay, back leg is straight, front leg is bent, so you cannot see your knees. So when we're having our front stance with our right side forward, we're going to put our right hand out. We're going to chamber or park our hand at our side, and we're going to point straight to the middle, and this is called a lunge punch. When it's the front leg, front hand. And then we're going to punch in place. Opposite arm and leg, we call it a reverse punch. So ready? Lunge punch, reverse punch, lunge punch, reverse punch, lunge punch, reverse punch, lunge punch. Let me hear those ki-ops out there, so make sure you're ki-opping nice and loudly as we go. So ready, reverse punch, lunge punch, all right, so I want you to shout out, what's this punch called? When we're in opposite arm and leg, what was it? Yes, reverse punch, ready? Same side, we call it what? Lunge punch, okay? So ready? Reverse punch, lunge punch. So now when we step forward, what we do is we just keep our head level, we step forward and punch. Keep our head level, step forward and punch. Step backward and punch. step backward, and punch. Notice I'm keeping that front knee bent when I land, locking out the back leg, keeping my feet approximately shoulder width apart as I go. All right, so ready? Step forward and punch. Hoop. Step forward and punch. Hoop. Step forward and punch. Hoop. Step back and punch. Hoop. Step back and punch. Hoop. Step back and punch. Hoop. And step back and punch. Hoop. Good. So we have to bring our left hand up, right hand over the top. We'll step up, feet even to ready position. So the command is barreau, which means return to ready position, and show. We're going to take our left foot over, bow, and say thank you, ma'am, because we've completed our first drill. So give yourselves a hand out there. All right, so our next technique is the high block, okay? The high block, we're going to start in the middle stance as well. We're going to bring our hands to our side. So, to make it easier for the little ones, I always tell them to bring their hand to their belly button and bring it up overhead. And you want it to be out so you can wave when you go. So all of the Taekwondo moves have a twist or a little snap at the end to give us some extra power. So when we're bringing our high block over, we bring it up. We're going to rotate, twist at the top. All right, then we're going to do our opposite hand, bring it over and up. Good. Bring it over and up. Over and up. Over and up. Over and up. Now we're going to leave this one there. All right. So now our other hand is parked. We're going to bring it over. And when they switch, the inside hand goes inside to get up to the top. Because the quickest point between the quickest way to get between point A and point B would be a straight line. So we don't want to, if I turn sideways, you can see where the hand is coming out and around. That's not very good. So we want to bring it up straight to the front. All right, so here we go. So bring the hand up and we're going to bring it over and high block. Over and high block. Over and high block. One more time, over and high block. And last one, over and high block. Okay, so those are our high blocks. Now, at home, your parents or whoever you live with would want to use a pool noodle. You can use the end of a paper towel roll, just something where they can bop you over the top of the head. You can even roll up a towel tightly, tape it in place, and use that as a bopper. For me here, I have my trusty Wave Master, so it's a stationary target, but I can use it either for my high block to block something coming down to hit me in the head, or if it's a stationary object and I'm trying to break it upward with a high block. Okay, so if we stand out here, put one hand up and block up high. So just follow along with the high blocks. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So you can have somebody hitting you at home, just bopping you over the top of the head, or you can have put a target up that you can high block against. If you have a heavy bag or a Wave Master here, you can always just set it and block into it, like so. Okay, to get the block going, make it a little bit more of a strike or a counter move as well. All right, so now with our high block, we want to also be able to move with it. So we go back to our front stance, everyone. Tuck your hand up and park your hand or rechamber your hand. Put the other hand up. So as we step forward, we're going to step forward and block. Step forward and block. Now if you notice, I did a little bit of a twist of my hips as I kept going. So I'm not really bringing my hand, if I were stationary, I'd bring my hand over and then up. But as I'm doing it with a hip twist, oh, there's my hand already in place. So as I twist back, my hand comes into the right position to protect my head, but also hips, okay? We loosened up our hips earlier, like we did a Taekwondo hula each direction, because hips are very important for the power in Taekwondo, okay? So let's start with our walking. So we're gonna come out to our front stance. Now the foot that's out front, bring that hand up, okay? The other hand by your side, and then we're gonna step forward, twist, and snap that out. Step forward, twist, snap that out. Step forward, twist, snap that out. Step backwards, twist, snap it out. Step backwards, twist, snap it out. All right, and row. So that is our high block, okay? Now, don't worry if you can't get the high block right away to do the snappiness with a twist. That takes a little time, okay? We don't expect you really to be putting your hips into it till you're a few ranks up, but it's something good to try. So again, using the something to block, you can hit, block, you can hit just like so. We're hitting with this part of our arm here, okay? We want to make sure that as we come up, we're cutting our move, all right? So that is the high block. The third move we're going to work on is called the front stand, front kick. We're going to start doing it, I'll back up so you can see, with our feet parallel together. We're going to bring our hands up. There are 4 parts to a kick. So we're going to pick up our knee, and that'll be 1. So I'm going to hold on a little bit. If you can see, I'm wearing a cochlear implant. I'll come in a little closer so you can see that there. So I do have some balance issues because of my ear. So bear with me if I hold on a little bit. If you need to the first few times, hold on to a piece of furniture, something near you. You can even put a chair right there while you're practicing your front kicks. So up, out, back, down. All right, so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 for our kicks. Then we'll do the other side. 1, 2, 3, down. Just like so. All right, so we're gonna alternate legs. So bring those hands up. Ready? So we're gonna go up, out, back, down, or we'll put the words to it. Chamber, execute, rechamber, return. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, so the entire kick, if I'm coming at you, I'm going to use my back leg or do a number 2 front kick, is just like so. Nice and snappy. Our front leg is a number 1, just like so. Now, the foot position you want to be able to, I'll pull up my pant leg so you can see my foot, is, I call them a high-heeled stance. Okay, so you want your be on your toes, with your toes flat, ball of the foot bent, heel up in the air. So when I pick up my foot and kick, that foot is up in the air, toes roll back. So I'm kicking with the ball of my foot or the underside of my foot. I really don't want to kick with my toes in or my toes rolled and crunch, because then I'm going to break a toe. So I'd rather kick with the ball of the foot. So let's practice. So a lot of my students, when they're first learning, prepare their foot, bring up their hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So kick, snap them out. Ready? Here we go. Prepare, kick, snap them out. So we're going to alternate doing all 4 parts of the kick. Now it's very important, don't leg swing. Okay, we don't play soccer here. We don't do football kicking. Right now we're doing Taekwondo, so we want to make sure you bend those knees and snap them out. So snap just like that. Snap just like that. Okay? So ready? So still stand with your feet parallel. Ready? And front kick. Yeah. Okay, now right side. Yeah. Left. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Left. Yeah. Now you notice I started bringing a hand down. That's my reaction force. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So I'm going out one way, I'm counterbalancing the other direction. Yeah. Yeah. Just like so. So you can kick that way. All right? Now, moving in a front kick, okay? When we do a number 1 front kick, we're not going to move our foot at all. Basically, we're going to pick up, front kick, and land. When we do number 2, we're going to take our back foot, bring that knee up, kick, and land. So ready? So let's practice some number 1s for a few minutes. So our hands are up. Take that front leg and front kick. Ready? And front kick. Ready? Make sure you get all 4 parts. And I tell my little 3 to 5-year-olds, they understand when I say make it snappy. So snap it out. Ready? And snap. Ready? And snap. Okay, ready? And snap. All right. Then we'll switch feet. Now we do the opposite side. Ready? Snap. Ready? Snap. Ready? Snap. Ready? Snap. Good. All right. So you're asking, Well, what can I use for a target at home? All right, very simple. Cardboard. Okay, these came in the mail with certificates, so I just saved them. You can also cut up a cardboard box, just anything you need to use so you can have a target. What you want to do is have your parents or partner or whoever you live with hold at the very bottom. Just hold out about a 45-degree angle for the kick. Okay, so because I'm alone, I have my trusty Wave Master here. I'm going to put on my lower pad like so. So you can see I have my pad at the 45-degree angle. Okay, so then for a number 1 front kick, I'll go into my front stance. Okay, and pick up my leg, kick and down, kick and down. So extend your foot, roll those toes so you can kick without hitting your toes. Now, number 2 kicks, come back here. Number 2 kicks are always the back leg. Okay, front leg doesn't move. It might twist a little bit or pivot as you kick. So we're gonna leave it up. We're gonna front kick and down. Ready? Front kick and down. And actually, if you're more comfortable, do the reaction force on the opposites, on the same side as your kicking hand. Down, just like so. Down. All right. So if we switch sides, we're gonna use the back leg here. We're gonna come up and front kick and front kick and front kick. Good. All right. So if we're using our target, we're gonna do a number 1 front kick, followed by a number 2 front kick. All right. So in our front stance, so number 1, then number 2, back leg. So front leg, back leg, just like so. Get some board breaking power, make it snappy. Okay, so we want to make sure it's not just brute force. You're not pushing in. So if I were doing with the Wave Master, I'm not pushing per se. I'm wanting to make sure that I get a good strike. Just like so. So you get a good snap. Same thing if you were doing punches, you don't want to push your target. You want to snap, 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 snap. So we want to make sure that everything we do has a little snap to it, just like so, okay? Because the snap is where your power is. All right, I'm going to remove this pad so it's not blocking in case we use the Wave Master again. All right, so we have the 4 parts to our front kick. We have ways to do it at home to practice, and we'll go back for a quick review. So we have our double punches to help warm up our arms. We have our middle punches, which are only ever done in a middle stance, like so. But then when we do it for real, we have our snap. Now focus when you're doing the punches. Remember, pull back. The harder you pull back, the stronger your technique is. Then if we put one leg in front, same side, what we call it? We call it a lunge punch. And then the opposite side, arm and leg, we call it a reverse punch. Reverse punch, lunge punch, reverse punch, lunge punch, reverse punch, lunge punch. All right, and then return to Barreau. Left hand up, right hand over the top, left foot steps up, and Barreau, and show. All right, so we have our 3 combos. Now I'm going to let everyone get a quick drink of water. All right. Because that's hard work to do. So make sure when you're practicing at home, you always have a towel to wipe your sweat off with, and you have something to drink. Because we want to stay hydrated, especially as we roll into summer and it gets a little warmer. If you're practicing outside, you can practice in the park, you can practice pretty much anywhere. As you can see, I'm in my basement. I painted it a lovely bright green with some blue matting because I wanted it to be a nice, warm, happy place to come and practice. I put up our flags for our ATA Taekwondo in the background. Before we get into our combos, I just want to tell you to make sure if you're interested, tune in next week. I'll try and do another class next week and move on to some new techniques. As well as when you're interested for summer session, we do have, like I said, Riverside Taekwondo My husband teaches the Beulah Brinton program. We also have instructors out at Cooper Elementary. I believe he's at Pulaski for the summer. And then we have Milwaukee, Marshall, and then McDowell as well. So we have lots of instructors out there all teaching ATA Taekwondo. So they're all teaching the same program. All right. So now we're going to move into our combination. This combo can be used for self-defense if somebody's attacking you. So I'll put it all together for you to see. So if someone's coming at you and they're coming to hit you, now the punch could come at your face like so, and you simply do the high block and brush it away. Okay? So if it's coming in at me like so, I block up high and block it out of the way. So it's really two purposes for the high block. To block up high or break something coming down at you, or to block something coming at your face. All right, so we pretend somebody is coming to hit us in the face. So we're gonna basically, you don't know it's coming, so this hand might not come up that fast. So it might just come up to here and block. All right, then we're going to punch, and then we're going to front kick. So if someone's coming up to attack us, it's very simple. We don't know when it's coming. We don't know what side. So you want to make sure we work both sides equally. So if they're coming, we might block, punch, front kick. All right. Now, where should the front kick go? Anywhere. If it's a gentleman, you can certainly kick in the groin. Otherwise, anywhere in the stomach area is good. If you're a high kicker and you can make it where it's powerful, also under the chin here. Okay. So ready? So let's put our combination together. So hand is up, so we're going to step forward and high block, punch, front kick, just like so, okay? Ready? Here we go. So high block, punch, front kick. All right. Oh, they're coming from the side. Then we're going to turn, and we're going to block, punch, front kick in that direction. If they come from the other side, we're going to turn and block, punch, front kick like so, okay? So it's a good combination to use. If you take Songnam Taekwondo, which is a style we study, it's also the first 3 moves of our white belt form. It's also the first few moves of our one-steps that we do with our partners for attacking drills. All right, but we throw a few more punches in there. So let's practice a little bit more with our high block, punch, front kick. Ready? So we're here, so we're going to step forward, high block, reverse punch, front kick, and land. All right? Now, what if they're too close? What if you throw the high block and you punch them, but they're too close to get that leg extended? Well, then you can certainly come up with a knee. Okay? So we'll use the Wave Master as my attacker. So if I go high block and then I punch, but I'm too close, well, I grab him by the shoulders and pull him into my knee, like so. And that can be a good strike as well. So what you can do is take a pillow or a couch cushion, something at home, and have somebody hold it out. You can slap on top and knee. You want to drive down, like if you're grabbing their shoulders, drive down into your knee, like so, to make our self-defense. All right, so now we have to review our commands. Chariot. I'll step back so you can see. My feet are together, hands by the side. Kinye is to bow. Junbi, we're going to bring our left hand up, right hand over the side, step over, drop our hands down. Junbi. Okay, ready position when we're ready. When we're all done, say I'm in a stance, we go back. Baro means return to ready position and show, step over and bow for finishing up that drill. And then we usually clap when we're done with that. All right, we did a lot today, so we're going to do some ending stretches. All right, so again, I like to, stretch the neck out a little bit. So if you want a little extra practice or pressure, just pull down a little bit. Over to the other side, hold, and pull down to the center, let it hang. And then you can roll it side to side a little bit. All right, cross your arm in front, grab and pull. Okay, other side, grab and pull. Interlace your fingers, bring them forward in front so you look like so. Bring them out this way. Gonna bend at the back, lean a little forward so you can get a little extra pull on those shoulders. All right, up and over. If you want to reach and grab and pull, you certainly can. If you have shoulder issues, don't worry about it. The other side. Like so. All right, stretch those legs out. So we'll do it at a little angle so you can see our runner stretch. Just go as far forward as you're comfortable going to stretch out that back leg. We'll rotate to the other side. Okay, up on one heel, bend your back leg, keep your front leg straight, lean into it. Other side, good stretch. If you really want to work those hamstrings in the back of your leg, you can always put your foot up on something, keep that leg straight, and lean down into it as well. If you want to reach, you can certainly reach for it. Get a good stretch on those hamstrings. If you're still not getting a good stretch on your calf muscles, you can always put your toes up on something and lean in that way to get a little bit more of a stretch there. Stretching is very important. Make sure you hold for a good 20 to 30 seconds for each stretch at the end. There are many more stretches you can do, but these are the basics. So I hope you enjoyed our beginner intro to Taekwondo lesson. If you tune in next week, we'll move on to a few other of our beginner techniques. So face here, feet together, chariot, and then we're gonna bow, kinye, and we'll end the class. You can watch the class as many times as you want. You know the techniques, so definitely keep practicing, okay? Our grandmaster, all of them that have come through our association, have always said that you can't practice enough. If your instructor tells you to practice 10 times, you should keep practicing until they tell you to stop, because it's very important. You can't throw a punch 10 times and expect it to be perfect. You need to throw it a few thousand or million times throughout your career to get that good snap and power. So make sure that you're practicing. All right, have a good day, everyone.